What's happening, everybody? Now, I know it's been a while since I've done a video. I've been taking care of some things, getting some things in order. And also, to be honest, sometimes I just didn't feel like putting on the camera and doing a video. This video is all about my solar panel install process and how it went. And if you're wondering, I ain't got no key light no more. Like, my light kind of broke. The wire was going bad on it, so I got rid of it. So I'm either I'm in the business of looking for a round, like a ring type of light, or a key light that I could put on a desk and kind of do like videos like this. But we'll wait and see what happens. So let's talk about my solar, panel install process. Now, I want to say back in like July, did some research on it, looked at the benefits, and if you've been looking around here in the country, that electric bills are going up, all this stuff is going up in price and cost and everything. So I'm like, all right, if I can find a way to lower my costs, I'm going to do it. So I did the research, found out the process, got a conversation with a contractor and company. Looked at the system they was going to install. My system was 13 panels. That's going to give me 6.7 kilowatts of electricity power. I didn't get a battery because here in the state of Pennsylvania and Philadelphia, that they still have the net metering program 1-for-1. So it all works out. So I can still use that until they say no more of that, and then I have to get a battery, which is fine. I want to say, put the first down payment in September. My process was relatively fast compared to some stories I've heard. Like September, I put the down payment. October, they came out, assessed the house, seen the layout and how they was going to run the system and how they was going to install and everything like that. That took a month. Then they put in a paperwork with the city to get access to Pico's electrical system, tap in, all that stuff. That took about a month. So in November, that got approved. In December, it was finally installed. Took 2 days. So 2-day process. They came in. I was wondering how they was going to do it anyway. So what they did is, since the side of my house is like available to them, so they ran the line down there, ran it right into the panel. 13 panels on the roof. Right now, it's finishing up the inspection process. So they came out twice to make sure everything was okay before the switch can be turned on, and then I'll start having some solar power. I'm gonna say from right to this day now, probably next year, what I'm gonna do is do like a year-long, not a year-long video, but a year-long determination how the system works, how much power was it generating, was it beneficial to me, did it really save me some money over time. Give it a year, because we can see, sunny days, cloudy days, how much it affects how much electricity I use within the house. Also, like if it's going to be any type of repercussions of tapping into the system, and then they want to charge, always something that can come up out of nowhere. So basically, I'm also looking forward to seeing if this install like really saves me some money, or is it just certain days it's going to work well, other days it's not because cloud cover, not enough sun. Does the net metering program have a little gimmick in it where they cover only a certain amount, but 1 minute it's not covering another amount, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I'm gonna give it a year, see how the whole process turns out. And I'm a little excited because saving money is always a welcome thing, because my goal is right now to pay my house off 5 years. Found out a system, how to pay it off quicker. Cool. That's going to be one thing. When I go to retire, I don't want to have too many, like I don't want to have a mortgage and all these other bills all on top. So I'm trying to set myself up for comfortable retirement, right? So pay my house off in 5 years. Got some solar panels to help with my electricity bills. Hopefully it does. Let's see in next year's time. All this stuff, I'm just, just trying to set myself up for relaxation when my retirement comes. But the process was simple, like I said. It was 2 days. It was about 4 guys that came in, ran the conduit on the side of the house, ran it right into the electrical panels, put the micro inverters and the solar panels on top. They probably could have done it in one day. For real. I just feel like, the labor costs justifying 2 days. They could have did it in one day. But here nor there, that's what happens. So 2 days it took. And I've heard some processes where it took 8 months, 9 months, depending on the system I guess they was getting. Certain, cities and counties are different. Sometimes it might be a long drawn out process to get the permits you need to tap into the electrical grid. Here in the city in Philadelphia, it came within a month's time. I thought that was going to be the long drawn out process because you send the paperwork in and the city kind of we get to it when we get to it. A month later, I got the notification, got the text from the sales rep saying, look, we got the permits. This is the day we want to come to install. Cool. Took 2 days. Now, L&I came out, did his inspection. Then they came out, and they about to come out and do the inspection too. So, 2 inspections. And all I'm just waiting for is the turn on switch and go from there. And that was pretty much the process. Here in Philly, it was a quick process, about 4 months. I got it just in time for the solar credit before that's gone. It's no longer a incentive of getting solar panels or anything. Because I looked at the paperwork, anything you change over, electric water pumps, electric heaters, installs, anything like that, you can kind of claim on your taxes. And with the clean energy credit, you can get 30% back from what you spent. But since they done away with that, that's over. But I got it just in time before that credit is eliminated, so I was able to get that tax credit. So when I do my taxes this year, I can kind of claim that credit, get some money back in my pocket. So for me, it's more of a wait and see approach about how this all plays out. Because I was talking to my mom and I found out, this was funny to me. The guy was trying to get me to talk my mom to get the solar panels. I said, her house is paid off. Helping out with electric bill, yeah. I said, but let's really take this into consideration. She gets solar panels, right? If she finances, unless she pays it all out, right? She gets solar panels. Electric bill is lower, but she still got that monthly payment for the next 20 years, 25 years, whatever. You know how long they try to stretch it out. Here's my recommendation for anybody who's interested in solar. This is just me. If you can't do it, I get it. Find a way to make it work for you. If you can pay the system all out, half in cash, half in a credit card, whatever. What I say to do is that the reason why I say do that, because this way your system's paid off. If it does lower your electric bill, cool. But if you got a lower electric bill but still paying this for the next 20 years, or find out a payment plan that, speed up the process, you don't want another bill on top of bills that you already have. If you have a mortgage, gas, electric, water, on top of a solar finance, payment, that's just a lot of money going out. So if you could pay the system all out, if you can, I definitely recommend doing it that way. This way, the system paid off, it lower your electric bills, and you can save you some money. Because it's when he tried to come in, ask my mom to come in, I was like, I would like her to because her house is paid off. But the problem is this: she got another payment. $200 a month for the next 20 plus years. Yeah, her electric bill is probably $5 because they got to have a connection cost for being tapped into the electrical grid. But that's lower, but you're still paying the monthly payment for. I'd never recommend getting a lease. Don't really recommend that. Don't recommend that at all. But if you finance it, if you could pay most of the cash up front, let's just say your system costs $25,000, you put $15,000 down. All you got is $10,000 left. Cool. You can pay that off, a couple extra payments. When you get a big return, you know, pay towards that to pay it off faster. But it kind of defeats the purpose of having a payment for your solar panels when you got a lower electricity bill on top of all the other stuff you still got to pay. That's just me. Like, if you can pay it off up front, definitely do that. Because you don't want to have yourself caught up financially with your house, gas, electric, water, another bill basically for the next 20 plus years. If you can find a way to pay it off faster, do it. But my process was pretty cool. But when the switch gets switched on, I would do another video and start and download my app to see how much it's producing, how much I'm getting, all that stuff. So stay tuned for that. Hope you enjoyed this video. See you next.